ask you about Raul and how
Started him over Trey.
Yeah, no, not that. Wow, I thought that was probably the right.
You're starting off with a bang.
No, Raul's a heck of a player. Go ahead. You asked the question, and I know the answer.
Okay, how has he gotten better, and what is impressive?
What is it?
Last couple of weeks?
I think for Raul, you know, over a 3-year period, you know, he's worked as hard as anyone in the program on his game. And, you know, when he came here, there was some question about his shooting. Because in the ACB, he was like 19 years old, but he hadn't taken the same shots. So he's worked on his shooting. He's become a very, very consistent, confident three-point shooter. And what he gave us originally was defense. So you know how we feel about that. You know, we like to play guys that guard. And then obviously you've got to be able to make plays on the offensive end, and that's where I think he's really improved his ability to finish. You know, for not being the biggest guy, maybe the most vertically athletic guy, he's got a real knack around the rim. So I'm basically saying things that I think you can see when he plays. And the biggest thing right now that we need from him is for him to communicate. Just get outside himself, and I think he's gained confidence as a player. That'll be the next thing. His leadership ability on the floor. The guys like playing with him because he can hit an open shot. He tries to make the right play. He's a heck of a teammate. It's not about him. It's about our team all the time with Raul.
When you look at Giannis, how much he does on the ball, how much does he impact the game off the ball?
Defensively or offensively or both?
Both. Let's go both.
I think, well, offensively, you know, when he's got the ball in his hands, he's so dynamic that he's capable of finishing, making plays for other people. You know, he's continued to improve his shooting. There's really nothing he can't do. And on the defensive end, it's really the same thing. I think he's probably, I won't say underrated, but you know, you think about what he does in a help position. He covers so much ground that he's capable of guarding, you know, 2 guys on the backside and, you know, making it difficult to pick and roll. So it's he's a playmaker defensively, and he's also solid. And I think the way that Jason, you know, has constructed their system, it really takes advantage of his skill set.
Did you foresee Giannis playing as well as he has since you?
Joan, you know, when we this summer, you know, when we picked up Jonas, or signed Jonas, I should say, you know, we saw some of the things that he's done throughout his career. The biggest thing for him, and it's going to continue to be a challenge for him, is the opportunities, you know, are difficult to foresee and sometimes predict. And, you know, right now, there was a point early in the year where he got a little frustrated, and we talked about it right away. It's been a topic for our team, you know, because of the depth. And in Jonas's case, you know, there's Joe Johnson was sitting there before we got hit with playing Faith, you know, at the 4 as well. You know, Tabo's playing 4 for us now, so there's a bunch of guys there that are all unique. And what Jonas has given us more than anything is energy, and that energy translated into the way that he plays offense. You know, the fact that the ball rarely sticks in his hands for more than a half a second, and he's able to hit slips on pick and rolls. Just a lot of the activity I think that he provides is something that's infectious, and it's really helped our other guys, you know, be able to attack and really hold advantages throughout a possession. He's rarely a guy where the ball sticks and the defense gets to reset. You know, he's constantly, you know, making an early read and getting to the second side, or, you know, making a play for a teammate. So, and obviously the shooting, something he didn't make shots in the preseason. That's very common, I think, when you have a new player, especially with the way that we play. It takes guys a little bit of time to get comfortable with what we're doing, because you're thinking a lot. And, you know, the way Jonas is playing offensively now, he's not thinking. He's just playing, and his instincts show.
Do you feel like Rodney's playing better now that he's coming off the bench, or is he benefiting in some way from playing off the bench, or is it just that he's playing better?
You know, it's hard to say. You know, I think, you know, when we decided to put Rodney in that second group, it was less about Rodney and more about the group. And I think his ability to score has really carried, you know, that. You look at the Orlando, you look at when we've been able to extend leads, particularly in the second half, it's usually Rodney, you know, being in attack mode. And I think, you know, coming in the game, it gives him a chance to really get his bearings. It gives him a chance to watch how things are being played. And I think the thing that people aren't seeing right now with Rodney is I think he's really improved as a cerebral scorer. You know, he's able to recognize how he's being guarded on pin downs. He's being able to recognize how he's being guarded in pick and roll. And, you know, there's games when, you know, they're back in pick and roll and he's taking the three, or he's attacking, and then they get up to try to negate that. He's getting off the ball and hitting guys, you know, in the roll versus the blitz and things like that. So this is, to me, just a normal growth process for Rodney. You know, I think he's an unbelievably valuable player to us. The talent is obvious. And I think his mindset right now is what you'd expect from a player who's mature. And his ability to take that and contribute the way that he's doing. You know, there were times when he would go, you know, the first 6 minutes of the game and maybe not get a shot. Well, that doesn't happen as much because I think people are looking for him even more. And in addition to that, I think, you know, he's able to kind of find himself in the game, you know, quickly.